Hey guys, Brad coming at you here with a little cards, a little talk. We'll start with the Dolphins next. Oh my gosh. There was just a ton of teams. This was upset week in the NFL. Ton of teams just didn't come ready to play. I don't know if it was the protest thing, their mind wasn't right, if it was just one of those things, because it happens, but ton of teams. The Dolphins shit the bed. The Raiders shit the bed. Just all kinds of teams. The Ravens. I mean, tons of teams just didn't show up this week. And the Dolphins, unfortunately, were one of those teams. Ugh, gross. We didn't do anything right. You know it's bad when a guy goes offsides twice in a row. And you start a game like that, you just know it's going to be bad. The Dolphins are giving up almost 80% completion percentage and a 116 quarterback rating the first 2 weeks to the two quarterbacks. You know who we played? Phillip Rivers. Okay, he's pretty good. And Josh McCown. And those are the numbers we're giving up. Hey, you get to play the Saints this week, who came off a great win against the Panthers. That's another team that didn't show up at all. So I don't know what's going on. But a lot of teams, whew. If you bet a lot of underdogs this week, you won some money. But we'll start with the Titans. What up, Denny? Bobby? What up, Titan fans? Great win against Seattle. Put up 33 points. That's right, I said 33 points. Mariota's been sacked twice in 3 games. That offensive line doing work. I've said it last year. I thought it was one of the best offensive lines in football. I still think that. So that was an impressive victory. You had the Richard Sherman hit as Mariota was going out of bounds. I think he actually stepped out of bounds, then he hit him. Deserved a flag. Some people said he should have been thrown out or something. I don't think it's that egregious, but it does deserve a flag, which it got, but then the problem is because they were defending Mariota. This is where they need to stop. Sherman started it. He's the one that gets the penalty. Who cares if the Titan guy comes over and shoves him? To me, it should be Sherman getting the penalty. It's the guy who started it. That's just my opinion. But very impressive win for the Titans, putting up 33. The Seahawks, Wilson played really well, I thought, yesterday, or Sunday. But the defense has been on the field too long. But you can't give up 33 points. It wasn't really the offense's fault this time around, but the offensive line in Seattle is it's an issue. And it's an issue I don't think it's getting fixed this year. So they're just going to have to come up with creative ways to figure that out. So, because their defense can't be on the field for, I think, what are they, 24th in the league in time of possession, or maybe even worse than that. I forget when I look. But they can't be out on the field all the time, because then you're going to make a great defense a notch below, and then you're going to be looking at 500 if that's the case. So, see if they get it figured out. The Bears, maybe they're just going to be one of those teams that are tough at home. Should have beat the Falcons week 1. Got killed by the Bucs in week 2 on the road. And then, bam, show up, beat the Steelers week 3. I was not actually surprised at all on that. I actually picked that as one of the upset games in my little pick'em thing. Because, like I said, I don't like the way the Steelers' offense has looked for about a year and a half, to be honest with you. So, not that great win for the Bears. Not really surprising me. That one didn't surprise me. You know what really surprised me? Number 1 was Washington getting the crap out of the Raiders. Didn't see that coming. Honestly, the Jets over Dolphins didn't. I was surprised we played that bad, but it didn't surprise me that they beat them. But you know the thing that shocked me this week? And a lot of you may not have noticed, but the Vikings beat the Buccaneers. Okay, you could definitely see that happening, right? But Case Keenum threw for 369 yards to beat the Buccaneers. That I didn't see coming. Case Keenum's one of those guys you make fun of, or like, why do you still have jobs in the league? and then bam, 369 and what was it, 2 or 3 touchdowns? Insane. So that was an impressive win for the Vikings. I actually thought that would be like one of the games of the week to watch, but the Vikings had their way with the Bucks. It kind of surprised me. What else do we got here? Oh, the Eagles Giants. That was probably game of the day. There's another close. You had Packers Bengals, but the watchability of that game wasn't really that good. The Giants Eagles was compelling. That was probably the most enjoyable one. I actually watched that on in the 45 minutes where you can watch a game. That was pretty compelling stuff. Darren Sproles, career might be over. That's kind of sad, but he's had a great one. But that's a game that Eagles typically find a way to lose in the last, few years, and the Giants find a way to win sometimes. I don't know. It was like two teams that just I don't really want to win this. But, yeah, Odell Beckham, good, but he just is what he is. You're not going to change him. He's immature. He's an deeply emotional guy. You're going to either have to live with it and pay the man or let him go. You're not going to change him. So, you either got to say, worth it, or nope, not, because you're not going to change him. But, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the Giants' defense this year. I think one drive, Philadelphia just literally handed the ball off every play, it seemed like, and went down on like an 18-play drive and scored. Just by basically running the football right down their throat. Last year, you couldn't run on the Giants. The Cowboys couldn't run on the Giants. What is going on with the defense? That's the one that's baffling me a little bit. But great win for the Eagles. Like I said, that's a game they usually find a way to lose the last few years, I feel like. But that was a good win. What else do I want to talk about? Packers found a way to win as well. You might be like, oh, they beat the Bengals, but in a week of all the upsets, they were injured a lot like the Eagles were. That's why part of the reason why that's an impressive performance. The Eagles banged up, and they beat the Giants. And the Packers definitely banged up. And yeah, you beat the Bengals, but it was a desperate Bengals team that knew they had to win that game. And they snuck one out at the end there, so what I can't figure out about some of these teams, Packers, Chiefs even, like the Chiefs, people are struggling tackling Kareem Hunt. Let's give him the ball a little more. These coaches and quarterbacks just complicate themselves so much and make it harder than it needs to be. Like Aaron Rodgers, not just Aaron Rodgers, but Mike McCarthy and whatnot. Run the ball more. Help the guy out a little bit. Your offensive line has been banged up. Typically, your backup offensive linemen, they're more comfortable run blocking than pass blocking typically. Why don't we hand the ball off to Ty Montgomery a little more? Jamal Williams. Just a little bit more. Take a little pressure off. I don't know. They seem to get away from it. They got away from it last week against Atlanta, and I think it cost them. You're not a bad running team. Just do it a little more often. You don't have to be a running team. Just do it a little more often. And like the Chiefs, same thing. They're not really stopping Kareem. They might once or twice, but then bam. Give him the ball more. I don't know. But anyways, now off topic, we're going to talk about baseball. Why? Because I got baseball cards in. So, Triple Threads Baseball came out. Triple Threads is Triple Threads. It's either loaded. It comes in 18-box masters, as most of you know. Usually one side is awesome, the other side is like, oh, you got 1, 2 really good cards in it, and the rest is crap. So, it's definitely a feast or famine product. There's a lot of in it, But a lot not in terms of look or anything, but I compare it to Museum, where you're chasing the, 4 to 6 cards that are awesome. The rest of it's, you can take it or leave it. But here we go. I was buying Cubs and Astros. Right now, you're going to see some Cubs stuff, and I don't even have it all in yet. And I did very well. Let me be honest, I did very well. Those were the two I seemed like, because they had hits in every subset, good hits in every subset. Everyone was like spending all this money on the Yankees and the Dodgers, and I'm like, or Angels and Nationals, and I'm like, you're chasing one guy out of one thing. No, don't do that. So one of these, I'll tell it when I get to it. But one of these came from No Weight Breaks, JT, good buddy of mine. Addison Russell, Jersey Auto to 75. Like I said, these cards, you can kind of take it or leave it. Nothing special. Not horrible. But again, what I like about Triple Threads for the most part is you don't care that it's a sticker. They do a good job blending it in. So good. I like that. Now, this is a card where, you're like, that's a sticker. But some of these rookies that were like later, like Cody Bellinger and stuff, that they didn't have relics for yet, I'm guessing, they put them in a rookie autograph set. This is the gold version, 10 of 25 of Ian Happ. So that was very nice. And then a gold patch, jumbo patch, 1 of 9. It's called Unity Jumbo Patch. Nice chunk of Anthony Rizzo to 9. That's the key. 10 or less is your patches normally. The only thing that really grinds my gears is just go look online at some of the 101s and the fact they have no patches in them. And it's not just one or two. It's like half of them don't have patches in them. They're either jersey or bat cards on 101s. Not just this set, but like the autograph sets and stuff drives me nuts. But sick patch there. Nice chunk, Mr. Rizzo. And then 18 of 18. This is walk-off RBI is what it spells out. Anthony has produced 5 walk-off RBI. They include 3 home runs, 2 in extra innings, a 12th inning single, and his most recent, a bases-loaded walk in the 11th on August 11th, 2016. So that's what that is commemorating. The base version of these are to 18. Just in case you see redemptions out there of, Triple Threads Auto Relic, it is these. And they'll be to 18 if they don't say a color on them, just so you know. So there you go. Nice Anthony Rizzo. And then these last 2 cards, I actually posted in the Facebook when I hit them in the room before I got them. I was in Blowout. We did a draft break. I also had another team, but like I said, I'm just showing you some highlights. But I had a draft break, got the number 1 pick. So everyone's like, oh, he's taking the Yankees, right? But what do I say? I don't want the Yankees. I don't want the Yankees. I don't want the Dodgers. Who did I say I was about? Cubs and Astros, right? So I just stayed true to my thing, even though they're not the most expensive. You could even go Red Sox that aren't bad. But I was like, nope, I'm sticking with it, going Cubs. Glad I did, because I got the 2 best hits in the case. So, let's see. I think we'll go this one first. And I won this with the Cubs spot. Was this 2017 Triple Threads Baseball Deca Threads Combo Relic. So this is not inked, but it's still pretty cool. Good list of names. We'll go one by one here and then show it big. First up, we got Buster Posey, Sick Joey Votto patch. Then we've got Mr. Altuve, nice patch, and Nolan Arenado, looks like just jersey. And then we got Corey Seager, what up, Pepino Man? And Mike Trout, which has got a healthy chunk in it. That's always nice. And then we've got Harper and Bryant bat relics. And then last but not least, Kershaw and Syndergaard, and that's where you see the numbering 4 out of 5. Mr. Bryant won me this card. So, cool Deca. This is not the only Deca I hit, by the way. You'll see that later on in the week. But, yeah, Cubs treated me well. Oh, but that's not it. So once I learn how to fold this book back up, you'll see. Because that's not it. One of the cool things on the checklist was the Cubs had a non-baseball player on it. I was like, oh, that's neat. He had an autograph, I want to say maybe Archives was the thing. He's had an autograph before, but he's an executive, and I pretty much hit the best card of him in the product. So here we go. It is a wood card. It says 2 clubs, 2 champs. It is a 1/1 wood card of Theo Epstein with a nice chunky patch. Oh, and also on these cards, I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but it'll tell you right underneath the autograph and where they're sitting whether or not it's game used or event or whatever. It's not picking it up. But that's where it'll be at. This says game used, obviously. Obviously, Theo Epstein's not going to be game used. It's probably off like a hat or something he was wearing. But Theo Epstein, 2 clubs, 2 champs, wood card, autograph, 1/1. So that's actually one of the chasers for the Cubs you're looking for. So that's a pretty sweet hit. Thought that was cool. So yeah, that's what I got. I should be back, like I said, with one more video, other stuff to show off. I'll show some of the Astros stuff, and I got some more Cubs stuff to show. Like I said, I'll have another booklet. But yeah, that's all I got. Have a great one, folks. Bye-bye.